Hey y'all, it's me, Myra, back with an episode of Black Women Healing Podcast. And today's focus is on a word of the month. This word of the month that I'm choosing to talk about is triggers. And the reason why I'm choosing this word is because it's a word that's tossed around and used a whole lot. And so, even as we think about triggers, I want you to take a moment and define it for yourself, because you can be triggered all throughout the day. So really just define, like, what does it mean for me to be triggered, and even think about what are some of my triggers. And if we're taking it a step further, I'm curious for you all to think about how often you are impacted by these things. The reason why, again, I'm bringing this up is because it's a topic that's kind of thrown around, and triggers are a real thing. So wanting to carve out some time to really think about what they mean for us individually. A question that I came across, I believe it was like in my email, was, or a book I was reading or something, I wrote it down, is how do my emotions fluctuate through the day, and what triggers a shift in my focus and in me? And I really like that because it makes me think about how triggers can randomly come for us. So we think, and then throw us all off. And I say so we think because oftentimes triggers are things that happen over and over. And I pose the question of what your triggers are and how you think about them, because if you get clear on them, or at least try to get some clarity on them, it can help you to try to be a little bit proactive and decreasing the intensity. Not saying they'll go away, but decreasing the intensity of how you experience them. So just the idea of taking some time to think about what triggers mean for you, some of the ones that maybe you struggle with on a day-to-day basis, or even around certain times of the year. The holidays are coming up. And thinking about what can I do to be proactive with these things. So I know for me, any type of anxiety, depression, anything that rattles me, I'm going to feel it in my stomach. And so one way I try to be proactive is just checking in with my body and seeing how I feel. And for me, drinking some water, letting out some good breaths, and talking myself through is helpful to ease my stomach. So being mindful of how I'm feeling throughout the day, because I know I feel things in my stomach, is really helpful. But for you, it may be something different. So really carve out that time, and then maybe journal out what comes from you thinking about this, and then maybe track over the course of, let's say, 2 weeks, and see how you're feeling, being that you're more mindful of how your triggers exist in your body and what they are. Just some food for thought. That's all I got for this week's episode of Black Women Healing Podcast.